Hello students. Today we are going to review the modal auxiliaries may and might. And then we will learn new modal auxiliaries, must, had better, and have to. But first, we must learn some new vocabulary. Okay, when we eat, we use silverware. Okay, what is silverware? Silverware is a knife, a spoon, a fork, a fork. We also need other things to eat. A napkin, salt and pepper shakers, We need a plate, a glass, When we eat soup, we need a bowl, When we cook, we need pots and pans. So plates, glasses, and bowls are called dishes. All right, dishes. Now let's talk about people who work in restaurants. Okay, the people who work in restaurants are a waiter. Female waiter is called a waitress. And we have a cook. A chef. So let's review the modal auxiliary may. We use may to ask and answer polite questions. For example, when you're in a restaurant, you may ask, "May I see a menu?" They may answer, "Yes, you may." "May I see a menu?" "Yes, you may." You may also ask, "May I sit here?" An answer could be, "No, you may not. This table is broken." "May I sit here?" "No, you may not. This table is broken." So now that we have reviewed may, let's practice. Hello students, how is everyone?
Anna is good. Alberto isn't good. He has a headache. I'm so.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is the problem, Alberto?
I don't feel well. I have a bad headache. I think I ate something bad last night. I want to drink some water and take an aspirin. May I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you may. Maybe an aspirin will help. What did you eat last night?
Thank you. I ate some spicy food. It always gives me headache. May Anna come with me? She wants to take out her contact lenses.
Yes, she may go. She's having a problem with her lenses. Her eyes are red. She should wear her glasses.
Yes, you are right. My glasses are broken. I should buy new glasses.
Nicole, may I go with Anna and Alberto? I want to walk. I have a stomach ache. I ate a lot of food last night.
No, you may not. You should wait. Anna and Alberto, you may leave. Anna and Alberto will return soon. Who will I teach?
Oh, you're right. I can wait.
Thank you, Sylvia. So we learned that may and might can mean maybe. May not and might not can mean maybe not. So here are some examples. Oh, welcome back to class. Do you feel better?
Yes.
Good. Okay, our examples for may and might. Cheryl is hungry. She may go to Pizza Hut. Cheryl is hungry. She may go to Pizza Hut. It's not sure, but she may go. Next example. Larry's children don't like apples. He might not buy apples at the store. So Larry's children don't like apples. He might not buy apples at the store. Okay, let's look again at may and might. Anna, are you going to eat at home tonight?
We may not eat at home. My mother was very busy last night. She didn't wash the dishes. They are dirty. We may eat at a restaurant tonight.
Thank you, Anna. What are you going to do tonight, Alberto?
I may go to the big football match. I should pay a ticket first. There might not be any tickets. I may play computer games. I might ride my bicycle. I am not sure.
Will you eat at home or at a restaurant?
We might not eat at home. We may go to my uncle's restaurant. He is a very good cook. He makes wonderful lasagna.
I like lasagna very much. May I go?
I am sorry. It will be for our family.
Oh, that's all right. Sylvia, what are you going to do tonight?
I may stay at home. Tomorrow is my grandmother's birthday. I'm going to make a chocolate cake. Chocolate is her favorite.
All right, good. Good answers, everyone. Now it's time to look and listen.
Look and listen.
Molly might buy some new plates. Her plates are very old. I need a new cookbook. I may buy a new one. It is raining. We might not have a barbecue tonight. Irma has a toothache. She might not eat dinner.
Read and repeat. Modal verb. Had better.
Now we are going to learn a new modal auxiliary, had better. Please follow along on your computer. Had better is a stronger meaning of should. It means something negative might happen if someone doesn't do something. Let's look at some examples. I had better eat now. I won't have time later. The food is getting cold. We had better eat dinner. So the positive form is had better. The negative form is had better not. Let's look at some more examples. She is very tired. She had better not go to the party. It is snowing very hard. We had better eat at home. We can also use had better in a short form, a contraction. So we use apostrophe D, better, or better not. Take a look at these examples. They'd better not eat now. They will be very hungry at 10 o'clock. The restaurant is very far. She'd better go to a different place. Okay, now we should understand this new modal auxiliary had better. So let's practice a little. What are you doing after class, Alberto?
I am going shopping with my mother. We are going to the market. She needs tomatoes, onions, peppers, and spices. She is going to make pizza.
You're a very good boy, Alberto. What are you doing, Sylvia?
I'm going home. I had better help my mother. My mother is making a chocolate cake for my grandmother. She will be tired. She will need some help.
Okay, you told us you were going to make the chocolate cake, but really you're just helping your mother. What are you doing tonight, Anna?
I had better stay home. My parents are going to a restaurant. I had better not to go with them. I should study.
All right, good. Thank you, everyone. We learned that the positive form of the modal auxiliary is had better. The negative form is had better not. Here is a chart to help you. So for a positive form, we can take a look at this example. She had better buy some coffee. So you start with the subject, then add had better, then add your main verb, plus your object or complement. So we also have the negative form. We can say, she had better not buy some coffee. So you start with your subject, had better, plus negative not, plus your main verb, plus your object or complement. Okay, so now we better understand had better not. So let's practice. Sylvia, are you going to make dinner tonight?
I had better not make dinner. I'm not a good cook. My mother is the best cook in the world.
Oh, that's why you're not going to make your grandmother's chocolate cake. Okay, Sylvia, can you ask Anna a question?
All right. Anna, can you come to my house for dinner on Saturday?
Maybe. I had better study first. I have a big exam next week. What time does dinner start?
It starts at 7 p.m. You had better come early. My mother likes to talk with you.
Good answers. Now, Anna, ask Alberto a question, please.
Sure. Alberto, do you want to come to dinner too?
I'd better not. My grandmother will be here. I don't see her often.
Okay, I understand.
All right, very good answers, everyone. Now we had better look and listen.
Look and listen.
Mother wants to make eggs. She had better buy a new pan. Her pan is very old. Theodore had better go to a restaurant tonight. There is nothing to eat at home. Eddie and Pedro had better not eat with their hands. There is silverware on the table.
Read and repeat. Modal verbs, must and have to.
Now we are going to talk about two other modal auxiliaries, must and have to, which mean the same. First, let's talk about must. Please follow along. Look at some examples. Where is the kitchen? I must start cooking. Mother wants to make popcorn. You must buy some salt. There is no food at home. We must go to a restaurant. So you can see that must means something is necessary or very important. It is stronger than should. So please follow along on your computer so we can better understand must and mustn't. The negative form of must is must not or mustn't. It means something is forbidden. Must not means do not do this. Now, take a look at these examples. Where is the pepper? I mustn't forget to put it in the soup. Father is waiting at the restaurant. We mustn't be late. All right, let's practice now. Sylvia, my mother is making a cake tonight. What must she buy?
I'm not sure. I'm not a good cook.
Oh, that's right. You told us that. Okay, Alberto, what must she buy?
She must buy eggs, flour, sugar, and chocolate. I am a good cook. I like to make chocolate cake.
Okay, good. Thank you. Sylvia, I want to buy a new refrigerator. My refrigerator is too small. I have lots of food in it.
You must eat the food. A new refrigerator is very expensive.
Okay, that's good advice, Sylvia. Thank you. Anna, I'm going to a restaurant tomorrow. I don't know what I should wear.
I don't know the name of the restaurant.
Well, it's the new Italian restaurant near the school.
Oh, it's a very nice restaurant. You must wear a nice shirt and skirt.
All right, should I go early?
Yes, you must go early. That restaurant is always crowded. It's new. People want to eat there.
Very good, everyone. So we can see in these sentences that must means it is very important to do something. So please follow along on your computer. Here are some examples. Arnold doesn't have a spoon. He mustn't order soup. Kathy's hands are very dirty. She must wash before she cooks. Okay, let's practice using must and mustn't or must not. Anna, I am going on a picnic this afternoon. What must I do?
That's exciting. You must bring a friend. You must go to the park near the lake. It's very beautiful there.
All right, thank you, Anna. I am bringing 2 friends. We are going to the park. What must I do, Alberto?
You must bring sandwiches and something to drink. It might be very hot. You should make lemonade.
Wonderful, Alberto. I will bring many things to eat.
And you must bring salt and pepper and some fruit.
Thank you, Alberto. I will bring some apples and oranges. We don't need salt and pepper for the sandwiches. What do you think, Sylvia?
You mustn't go. It's going to rain this afternoon. It's not a good day for a picnic. This weekend will be better.
Oh, that is bad news. I must read the weather report in the newspaper. I must remember to bring my umbrella. Thank you, everyone. Now, let's talk about the differences between should and shouldn't and must and mustn't. We use must to say that something is very important. It is necessary. There is no choice. Take a look at these examples. I must not be late for dinner. The cook will be angry. We use should to say that something is a good idea. There is a choice. Take a look at these examples. You should smoke on the balcony. People are eating in the kitchen. So let's look at the difference between should and shouldn't and must and mustn't in the examples. So Paul must eat now. Why is it must? Because he won't have time later. Paul must eat now. He won't have time later. So there isn't a choice. But we can say Ellen should eat now. It's her choice, but we don't know how long the meeting will last. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Ellen should eat now because we don't know how long the meeting will last. So it's Ellen's choice to eat now or not to eat now, but it's a good idea because we don't know how long the meeting will last. Okay, here are some more examples. Take a look. You must eat now. We won't eat dinner before 10 o'clock. But you should eat now. You may be hungry in an hour. Okay, now let's practice must and must not one more time. Alberto, I'm going to my friend's house for dinner. Should I leave at 9 o'clock?
No, you mustn't. You must go early. Maybe she needs help cooking. You should help her.
Thank you, Alberto. I think you're right. Anna, where are you going for dinner?
We are eating at home. My mother is making Spanish omelets. I must go market after class. I must buy eggs for her.
I like omelets very much. Sylvia, what are you doing after class?
I must study. I have a test tomorrow. My friend wants to go to a cafe after class. I mustn't go.
All right, thank you, everyone. Now we must look and listen.
Look and listen.
We mustn't buy eggs. The refrigerator is full. Jack must clean the kitchen. His mother wants to cook later. These knives aren't clean. You must wash them again. You mustn't put more salt in the soup. It will be too salty.
Read and repeat. Has to and have to.
Now let's learn the modals have to and has to. Has to and have to mean the same as must. They have the same meaning. Take a look at your computer. Must and have to or has to have the same meaning. They express the idea that something is very necessary. There is no choice. You saw that we use the form must for all, for everyone, for you, I, he, she, it, we, and they. However, have to and has to change, like the simple present, as we know. So we need to say, I have to do it. I have to do it. You have to do it. You have to do it. But he, she, and it has to do it. So he has to do it. She has to do it. It has to do it. We have to do it. We have to do it. And they have to do it. They have to do it. Take a look at some examples. Luis has a stomachache. He has to eat slowly. Next example. Jackie is hungry. She has to go to the restaurant with us. Next example. Joanne is going to the bookstore. She has to buy a new cookbook. Okay, now we should understand has to and have to. So let's try to practice a little. I am going to make lasagna tonight. I need advice, Alberto.
I have a lot of advice for you. You had to buy tomatoes, onions, meat, and peppers. You had to buy lasagna noodles too.
Thank you very much, Alberto. What do you think, Anna?
I don't know how to make Italian food. Maybe you have to buy an Italian cookbook. Lasagna is difficult to make.
Okay, I have a good Italian cookbook. I know how to make it now. Any more ideas, Sylvia?
You should invite me. I have to study later. If I come to your house, I don't have to cook. I will have more time to study.
That is a very good idea, Sylvia. You can come. Anna and Alberto, do you want to come?
No, thanks. We are having omelets at home.
Maybe I can come, but I had to leave early. I had to go back before 10.
Great. I will see you tonight. Thank you. So now we can see that must and have to have the same meaning. Take a look at these examples. I must eat soon has the same meaning as I have to eat soon. Next example, Abigail must leave at noon. That means the same thing as Abigail has to leave at noon. Now we have to look and listen.
Look and listen.
Fred has to drive to the party. Mary has to buy some vegetables. I have to leave on Friday. We have to make soup soon. The children have to come downstairs for lunch.
Read and repeat.
Now we need to look at the negative forms of have to or has to. Take a look at the computer and follow along for these explanations. Must not and do not have to are different. Must not means something is forbidden. Do not do it. Do not have to means something is not necessary to do. It is not important. For the first and second person singular and for plural subjects, we use don't. Look at these examples. I don't have to eat now. Next example. The boys don't have to clean the kitchen. Next example. I can hear you. You don't have to shout. But for the third person singular, we use doesn't. Look at these examples. Mother is making spaghetti and doesn't have to help. It isn't necessary. Wallace doesn't have to wear a tie at the restaurant. He is only 5. Now let's try to use not have to. We'll practice. How are you, Sylvia?
I'm great. We are eating at a restaurant tonight. Our electricity is being repaired. We don't have to eat at home.
Great. Alberto, what are you going to do Saturday night?
Saturday night is my mother's night off. She doesn't have to cook. So we will go to a cafe for dinner.
Oh, that sounds great. I like cafes very much. I'm sure you will have a good time. Anna, what are you having for dinner tonight?
My older sister is happy. She doesn't have to cook tonight. Mother is making Spanish omelets. Our family likes them very much.
I have never tried one. Maybe you can bring one to school one day.
That's a good idea. I will bring you one for lunch tomorrow.
Thank you, Anna. Now I don't have to make a lunch for tomorrow. And thank you, everyone. We learned that must and have to mean it is very important to do something. It is necessary. Must or mustn't mean it is forbidden to do something. Don't or doesn't have to means it is not necessary to do something. Take a look at some more examples. Al must go to the store. He has no eggs. Now this means the same as Al has to go to the store. He has no eggs. So we can see that it is very important for Al to go to the store. Maybe he is making a cake, but he needs eggs. Okay, next example. Peter mustn't look in the closet. His present is there. It is forbidden for Peter to look in the closet. Next example. We don't have to buy fruit. There is fruit in the refrigerator. So we can see that it is not necessary to buy fruit. Here is a chart to help you. First, let's look at must. In the positive form of must, we can say, you must eat your dinner now. So you can see in the positive, we start with the subject, then add must, then your verb, and then your object or complement. For the negative form, we can say, you mustn't eat your dinner now. So we start with the subject, then add must not or mustn't, then the verb, and then the object or complement. The question form is, must you eat your dinner now? So you begin with must, plus your subject, then the verb, and then the object or complement. And we also have a negative question form. Mustn't you eat your dinner now? Start with mustn't, plus subject, plus verb, and then your object or complement. Now look at the chart for have to. We could start with the positive form. Gary has to eat his breakfast. First the subject, then has or have to, and then the verb, and the object or complement. In the negative form, we can say, Gary doesn't have to eat his breakfast. Subject, and then don't have to or doesn't have to, and then your verb, and then your object or complement. In the question form, we can ask, does Gary have to eat his breakfast? So we start with does or do, plus your subject, plus have to, plus your verb, plus your object or complement. And we can use a negative question form. Doesn't Gary have to eat his breakfast? So the form is doesn't or don't, plus your subject, plus have to, plus verb, plus your object or complement. Okay, I hope you could understand the charts for must and have to. Now we must and we have to look and listen.
Look and listen.
Jenny should go to the store. We need fruit. The boys have to eat now. The soup is hot. Harry must make his own breakfast. He got up late.
Read and repeat. Review.
Okay, let's try some exercises. Complete the sentences with your own words. Okay, Anna, you do the first one. Children must what?
Children must listen to their parents.
Good answer. Okay, children must listen to their parents. Okay, Alberto, you do this one. Children don't have to what, Alberto?
Children don't have to cook.
Okay, good. Children don't have to cook. Okay, Sylvia, we don't have to, what do you think?
We don't have to leave for the restaurant now.
We don't have to leave for the restaurant now. We don't have to leave for the restaurant now. Thank you, Sylvia. Alberto, mothers must
cook for their children.
Good. Mothers must cook for their children. Mothers must cook for their children. All right, good. Thank you, students. Let's practice one more time. Sylvia, you tell us 5 sentences using had better or had better not. Alberto, you give us 5 sentences using must or mustn't. And Anna, please tell us 5 sentences using have to or don't have to. Sylvia, you start.
Here are my sentences. I had better not go to the cafe. We had better not eat spicy food. We have a match tomorrow. Hall had better not cook spaghetti. His cooking is terrible. Jack had better not use peppers in the soup. My mother had better come soon. The food won't ready. You had better not go on a picnic. It will rain.
Thank you, Sylvia. So Sylvia said, I had better not go to the cafe. We had better not eat spicy food. We have a match tomorrow. Hal had better not cook spaghetti. His cooking is terrible. Jack had better not use peppers in the soup. My mother had better come soon. The food won't be ready. And you had better not go on a picnic. It will rain. Good job. And your sentences, Alberto?
Okay. I must learn to cook. I must help my mother make a cake. I mustn't be rude to my sister in the kitchen. Waitresses must be friendly. Children mustn't play in the kitchen.
Good job, Alberto. Alberto said, I must learn to cook. I must help my mother make a cake. I mustn't be rude to my sister in the kitchen. Waitresses must be friendly. Children mustn't play in the kitchen. Okay, and Anna?
I have to buy noodles tonight. I have to learn how to make lasagna. Waitresses have to be polite. I don't have to eat on the balcony. Mother doesn't have cook tomorrow. We can eat leftovers.
All right, good. So Anna said, I have to buy noodles tonight. I have to learn how to make lasagna. Waitresses have to be polite. I don't have to eat on the balcony. Mother doesn't have to cook tomorrow. We can eat leftovers. What are leftovers, Anna?
Leftovers are food that is in the refrigerator from dinner last night.
Very good, Anna. All right, thank you, everyone. As usual, wonderful sentences. Now it's time to listen and write.
Listen and write.
Mike might make goulash tonight. His sister loves it. Gail doesn't have to eat her dessert. You must give me a fork. Kate might need some new silverware. May I eat now? I have to leave soon. Now check your work. Mike might make goulash tonight. His sister loves it. Gail doesn't have to eat her dessert. You must give me a fork. Kate might need some new silverware. May I eat now? I have to leave soon. Now, let's read the story and answer the questions about it.
Read and answer.
Tony is a cook in a famous Italian restaurant. The restaurant is in Los Angeles, and many famous people eat there. Tony likes to cook all kinds of Italian food, but his favorite is fettuccine alfredo. He cooks the best fettuccine alfredo in Los Angeles. Tony has to get up early. He has a lot of work to do before the restaurant opens. He must order food. He must make sure the other cooks are on time. He doesn't have to make a schedule. His boss always makes the schedules. When the restaurant opens at 4 o'clock, Tony is always very busy. He has to prepare many kinds of food. He must make sure that the plates and silverware are clean. He must watch the waiters and waitresses. They mustn't be rude. If they are rude, Tony knows he had better talk to the boss. Tony has worked at the restaurant for 15 years. He must work for 5 more years, and then he will get his pension. When he retires, he can stay at home and cook for his beautiful wife. Now let's answer the questions. What does Tony do? Who often eats at the restaurant? What is Tony's favorite Italian food to cook? Why does Tony have to get up early? Who always makes the schedules? When does the restaurant open? What must he make sure is clean? What should Tony do if the waitresses are rude? How long has Tony worked at the restaurant? What will he do when he retires? Now, let's check your answers. What does Tony do? Tony cooks in an Italian restaurant. Who often eats at the restaurant? Famous people often eat at the restaurant. What is Tony's favorite Italian food to cook? His favorite Italian food is fettuccine alfredo. Why does Tony have to get up early? He has a lot of work to do. Who always makes the schedule? His boss always makes the schedule. When does the restaurant open? It opens at 4 o'clock. What must he make sure is clean? He must make sure the plates and silverware are clean. What should Tony do if the waitresses are rude? Tony had better talk to the boss. How long has Tony worked at the restaurant? He has worked there for 15 years. What will he do when he retires? He will cook for his beautiful wife. Good job, everyone. See you next time.
Practicing English.
Hello?
Hey, Angie. What are you doing right now?
I was just cleaning my room and doing a little laundry. What about you?
Well, I got up early, and I thought I may be able to clean around the house. But my roommate had some friends over. So, I might be able to get the cleaning done later. With all these guys in the house, I want to get out.
I see. Is it too loud for you?
Yes, it sure is. They're playing games and shouting. Let's go see a movie.
Good. I'd like to get out of the house, too.
Okay, let's meet at the shopping mall.
Are you hungry?
Yes, a little. Are you?
Yes, we may have to get something to eat at the food court before the movie.
I might have to have my favorite, Chinese dumplings at the Great Wall Restaurant.
And I like burritos at Taco Time. Let's meet in an hour.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Bye. Hi, sorry I'm late.
Oh.
Have you been waiting long?
Don't worry about it. Hey, are you still hungry?
Yes, I have to eat now. My stomach is saying, you must feed me.
Mine too.
Let's have a look around and see what looks good.
Well, they have our favorites that we spoke about on the phone. You like Mexican? I like Chinese.
I may change my mind and try something completely new. That new place sounds good. I might try it.
Well, I may join you, but let's walk around for a minute. You know, Sam and Jack were here, and they said the Turkish pizza place was great, and we have to try it.
Okay, but maybe some other time. I just had pizza 2 nights ago. I changed my mind. I just had pizza 2 nights ago.
Well, no problem. I might come here later in the week with my buddies, and I might try it then.
Oh, look! There's a new ice cream place over there.
Oh, you know that ice cream is my favorite. Let's check it out.
That man is eating a huge banana split. He won't have to eat for a week after he finishes that.
Oh, it looks delicious. I might have that instead of having lunch.
Alexei, ice cream for lunch? You must have something more nutritious than that. I will tell your mother that you're eating ice cream for lunch.
Okay, it was just an idea. I said I might have ice cream. It's not for sure.
I'm kidding. You may have whatever you want today. We might be here for a while. How long are your roommate's friends staying at your house?
Well, he said that they may stay all day at our house.
Well, in that case, we should find a nice long movie and take our time with lunch. You had better be prepared to stay away from the house all day.
You're right.
So where shall we eat?
Well, let's try over here. Well, here it is. Why don't you choose first? I still have to make up my mind.
Okay, I want my fried chicken today.
Well, I want Turkish pizza.
Okay, well let's meet over there in a few minutes.
Great. Angie, your chicken looks mouth-watering. Can I have a piece of your chicken?
Yes, you can, but you have so much here.
Well, I don't need a knife and fork. I prefer to eat with my hands.
Well, I need to use a knife and fork. This is delicious.
Okay, well, let's talk about the movie. What do you want to see?
We have to see the new Julia Roberts movie. I heard it's great.
Do we have to see that?
I thought you loved Julia Roberts.
I do, but I promised my sister that I would see it with her.
Okay, what would you like to see?
I'd like to see a horror film. We might really like it.
Okay, but you had better be ready to hear me scream.